Hello, everyone. Welcome to September 19 Zeam call. We will go through updates and we will then take what is measure of our progress for DevNet Zero. And then the floor will be open to discuss any issues, any outstanding issues that we want to discuss, or anything that we want to talk about, upcoming events. So this time I will go first. So I have been reviewing PRs, merging in things so that we are DevNet Zero ready. And thanks for some of the good PRs out there. Also, I'm currently looking at Chaitanya's integration PR, which basically uh, is breaking on the build, and what is happening is most likely related to SSZ because there. So whenever we use ssz.hashtree root or something else, so compile time, I think the code is generated, and what is happening is that when there are signed votes in it, then apparently the hash tree root of the block is going for stack too high, so, or something like that. But I think what is happening could be related to bounded array as well, because underlying list, for example, Chaitanya's PR is about to transform slices to bounded list, and bounded list is to the list, and our list is sort of under the inner element of our list is backed by a bounded list, and it is not using allocator. So I am sort of assuming that there is some sort of issue regarding that, but I'm not sure why it's happening at the build time. So build time, basically there is a warning and an error that is coming up, and I'm looking into that, and while Chaitanya is also looking into that. Apart from that, what other things are outstanding? I guess we'll talk about definite zero readiness post updates. Passing on to Guillaume.
Hey, no big updates. Just doing PR reviews. Like I'm currently looking at something by Chitanese. Yeah, I hope to be able to merge it today, like in the next hour, actually. But yeah, trying to investigate a few things. And then there was this thing by Mercy that I was also looking at, but yeah, I'll take care of it afterwards. I'm a bit behind. Like I've been held back by those two PRs. I will try to catch up all the open PRs we've got.
We can now move to Kai.
Uh, most of the work for me is about start node for .NET Zero. Yeah, so I do some refactor, and right now there is an issues in how to test it in start two nodes in one process. This is the issue Mercy meet. So maybe we can take a look at then. Yeah. So for me next week I will take a look the issue about correct topic URL subscribe.
So Kai, there are a couple of issues I think that you should take a look at. One is basically subscribing the correct topic URL, which I don't think is going to be a big deal. Then the second would be to use TLS instead of noise in our Rust P2P bridge. But the main thing I think that maybe you should basically focus towards is integrating the spec test that Toma mentioned about. I think we are at that stage where we should basically have a very basic spec test integration, maybe just couple of spec tests that we pick from there and do it. Then basically once we have the framework already baked in, then we can distribute that task amongst other team members as well. So I think that is the sort of a big chunk that I think that you can focus for next week and sort of handle it.
Okay. Okay, for the TLS instead noise, because I already enabled the quick transport in the Raspberry PDP bridge, maybe I think there is no effort for us to do that because I think the quick already has TLS support.
So by default, does Quick work on TLS, or do we have to enable it somewhere?
Yeah, yeah. There is a flag. There is a flag in the Raspberry PDP bridge. I already changed that flag from false to true. So right now we already use the quick transport.
But the quick transport that is already using TLS.
Yes, I think so.
So basically, just double check it if you are not totally
Okay.
sure about it.
Okay.
All right, and then I think I've so we might, some other might person might pick this task, which would be to add the request response methods. But I guess that we can hand out to someone else who could be interested in that. So right now, then we can move to Mercy.
Good afternoon. So I don't have much updates, but I have like a lot of pending discussions regards to my update. For example, the Genesis node that I'm trying to run, I have like, a problem with it. I did tag you and Guillaume to it on Discord. Sorry, GitHub. Then the other one, the CLI test, I think I'm waiting for your final review on it because I finished up with the separation you asked me to do. And there's another thing. The other tests we're supposed to um um the the unit test for the it's two network. There's they kind of like Kai complained about it not being like a real test. It was all on mock. But the reason was that we have a lot of pending to do's in order for us to like actually get the real implementation. For example, there's this to do to figure out why scheduling of the loop is not working for libp2p. It's I think around interface.zig. That is where the code is. And there's another thing. I can't recall right now. We have a memory management issue. That's another thing. Another thing also I saw. So
Right.
I don't know
So
if
I think it's not good to spread ourselves like that and focus and get something out rather than doing 10 things and not being able to deliver anything because uh, I mean the point is that once you conclude something, then basically you carry on the results of that thing to your other PRs as well. And for that, yes. So first we need to. I will again review and verify your CLI PR, which I think is the first thing to do. Then I will. Then once it is done, then uh, I think you are doing the node spin up same PR, right?
yes.
And that is on that the PR is already up.
Yes.
All right. So then I will take a look at that. Uh, and then basically we'll come to other issues. For each P2B network, mock network, just, I mean, don't right now spend time at one of my particular comments, which was basically scheduling scheduling the data that you get from ETH lib P2P onto the loop, because there is already an ETH lib P2P loop running which is scheduling the data. So basically ignoring that for now, that is not an issue to focus on. With regard to freeing up the data, so Kai's PR has been merged, and yes, so we should basically take it in an incremental way. But one of the primary things that is needed to free data, which the most of the data is SSZ allocated data, and we basically need SSZ primitives to recursively free them, any slices or any list that are inside it. But looking at the list implementation, it is bounded array, and so its allocation is most probably happening on stack, right, Kai?
Yes.
Right. So we might want to change its allocation to happen uh, on the on the heap, because the sizes can grow very big. For example, now that we have signed votes, right? The signature of vote itself is 4,000 bytes, and that could lead to heavy allocation on stack. And again, the we don't want it to be allocated on stack, because once, for example, SSG types are created and then they are moved around, so we probably don't want it to be on stack and being copied here and there, right? So that is definitely one of the issues that I think are coming up from Chaitanya's PR, SSZ list PR as well. So we need to basically refactor some of the SSZ, add some methods onto it, and so we need to look at it at a holistic way and start from there. But if there is something that is getting in your way, yes, do solve it right now. But if something is not getting in your way as of now, then basically put it aside, create an issue for it. If you think you have spotted something that is already not there, create an issue, and then somebody will pick it up and run with it. But important thing is to maintain the focus and to deliver what you are working on. So for you, Mercy, it is basically the CLI test, and I will go back and review your PR, and then it's about Node CLI test. So these are the things that are on your plate, and then basically we can also then add some of the APIs that we need to serve. For example, for ENR. So Kai did comment on that particular issue, but I don't remember the full conversation on it, where we have to basically so we basically add some of the beacon endpoints which are relevant to us for serving the ENR, as well as for serve for enabling June's visualization tool. So we will do that, but yes, there are other tasks that are allocated as well, that could be higher priority. The other tasks, they are added in the issues as well, so there could be higher priority, and we basically will pick from that once the CLI task is done. So yeah. All right, let's move to Chaitanya.
Hello everyone. So my updates have been covered, but I'll go through them more or less. So first is what I worked on was integrate, like adding more validation and tests to the SSZ, which included I bought a lot of tests from the current beacon uh, like validators to our SSC libraries. So over that side, all the tests right now are passing. We did there were some changes to state root calculation and very minor changes in how there were some handling cases for, especially for booleans, I can remember, that were not there. I did those. There are also suggestions for adding a few more things, so I'm looking into that, and also made a draft PR for integrating this SSC into the Zeam code base, since now we have the bit list types and decent testing around that. And as mentioned, yes, so the test like the issues primarily stem probably from bounded array. That is what I learned as well. And given the current values for that we have for tablet 0, the justification ports are coming somewhere around 134 megabytes right now, which is not something bounded array is designed for. So I'm again looking into this, and the exact I also modified the PR if anybody wants to reproduce the errors. So the build will be successful. You can just do a build test for it, and there is a specific index error as well, which I did some digging into. It seems like it's a not something being calculated, but it is a generic specifier value that the compiler uses. The one that I shared with you today, Gajinder. So it's not from our code base. It's when something has been freed from memory and we try to access it. It's just a fixed specific value that is often used, which is 0x till the end. So I'm just looking into this today and trying to come up with a alternative approach to fix this, because again, bounded arrays are not built for somewhere for handling sizes that we have right now, which might even grow in the future. So that something that I'm working on right now.
All right, so maybe let's do a quick and dirty PR, quick PR to replace bounded array with the array list. I don't think it is going to be that difficult. So
Yes, a one-to-one change to array list should be. I mean, it sounds easier. So I'll get that going and see if that works.
so instead of
Uh,
me trying to
sorry,
debug bounded
we're
lists,
not.
I don't want to debug bounded lists at all. So can you just do a quick PR to change to array list
No,
and then we'll go back?
no, please let's not do this before the actual DevNets. Yeah, this is going to break a ton of things. Like, can we just wait for a quieter time? We just said we will fix to 0.14.1, and that's good enough. Let's not. Yeah, please let's not add more difficulty like this.
But bounded array might not work, right?
But they will not work in 0.15.1, right? They work in 15.1. Sorry, in 14.1.
No, that's still failing
No,
with that.
we are not talking about upgrading the zip compiler. We are talking about build breaking and basically, I don't think that bounded array is going to support sizes that we will have for signed votes, for example. I don't know. I haven't seen, but I mean, they
Yeah,
are getting
okay.
updated on stack, and we are having stack build error. I think when we build, let me see what the error says.
Okay, let's
It
review the
says
PR
stack
because maybe.
frame. Yeah, basically just there is some stack frame error when you're trying to build it, most likely coming from bounded array. But I'm not sure about it. But at some point, I think we will need to replace the bounded array with array list. I mean, it's not about the compiler version.
Okay, if it's a stack frame issue, I mean, it's definitely the compiler because this should. Okay, I don't know what you put on the stack. Maybe we're putting too much data on the stack, but I would say that's not a problem that is due to the boundary. Right? Okay, fine. Let's not hold the thing for that. Let's just review and agree. But I would just say let's not replace it all over the place.
No,
If
but
it turns out.
you can't have your SSD objects on stack, right? For example, block and state, they are allocated on stack. We can't have that.
Depends what you have in your SSD object, but yeah, okay. Let's see. Let's take it offline.
Cool. All right. So let's. Yes, Chaitanya.
So sorry, I didn't catch it in the end. So should I work on the replacement to array list, or should I hold that for now?
I think doing a PR would not be a problem if unless you have already figured out where the issue is. If you
Mhm.
haven't figured out where the issue is, I think doing the PR and using that commit to check whether we are able to successfully resolve our issues, I think that would be fine, even though we might not merge that PR right now.
Got it, got it. So I'll just make a testing PR just to see if it works.
Just put the PR in the draft status and then use that particular commit to link the SSZ, and then we'll basically see. In the meantime, I'm also looking at it, so might not be a bounded array issue because the build error should not be coming. Uh, I mean, it should not be coming a build error, right? So it should be a runtime error if the stack is getting overwhelmed. But I'm not sure why it's coming at the build error. So I'll try to also look at it. But yes, I mean, eventually we can't have a stack allocation for the SSZ types. So we'll definitely have to move at it some point.
Okay, okay, got
So
it.
we'll coordinate on this and we'll talk with GM and figure it out.
Okay, got it.
All right, let's move to Anshul.
Yeah, so I had raised like 4 5 PRs, and like none of them were quite big, so all of them have gotten merged, and they touched upon like things around logger, and there was one PR related to changing topic ID to topic strings, and another was related to generating message ID as per the updated specs. So all of them have been merged already. I think I'll have to pick another issue. I'll go through the issue list and see what I can tackle. As far as like there are some, if there's like you mentioned, there are some issues that needs to be addressed around libp2p and SSD is the allocation stuff. So if somebody is not working on any of those specific tasks, I can pick them up as well.
Yep, sounds good, Anshul, and thanks for your contributions. And hopefully, after seeing a little bit of more contributions, we can basically figure out how to work together. Uh, yeah, so let's move to Nupur.
Yeah, hi. So I last week I was working on colored logs, which got merged, and now like I have picked up a refactoring of the code, which was a comment on one of the PRs that I raised. And I also like created Zeam PM where all the recordings and the transcripts will be available going forward. And yeah, so that's what I'm up to. I have a couple of topics that I want to discuss. So one of that is like the naming convention that we have, like the documents that you shared yesterday, Gajendra. So there are like the naming convention differs from what we are using now. So what's suggested is to use snake case, and we have been using camel case. So I think some of the people have started using snake case. So right now the code looks like a mix of the naming convention. So we should actually like decide and maybe like if like if I need to pick up and like change the code, especially for like the case change, so I can do that. And so yeah,
Yes,
This,
we have yeah, GM.
yeah, the Zig spec says it should be snake case, not camel case.
Yeah, on that, basically, I want that, so my liking is that we have struct names and function names and the function params as camel case and rest basically, snake case. But I mean, this is my personal liking, but we can talk about it as such, and mostly I defer this to Guillaume, and we'll go with the style that Guillaume recommends. So we'll come back on this. I guess we'll discuss it and then sort of put down a guideline for Zeam to follow.
So another issue was that I have no updates from Tamagna on RocksDB. So I guess we need to reassign that to someone.
Yes, either Anshul, how good are you in terms of zig bindings, working on zig bindings?
I don't have any idea, but yeah, I can look into the docs.
Yes, we have an open issue for integrating RocksDB or LevelDB. I don't care whichever is easier into Zeam so that we can start storing blockchain objects.
Okay. Okay, so I'll search for the issue and then go through the option, and then I can maybe estimate how long I'll take, and then we can coordinate further on the group itself.
Okay, I'll
Right.
share the issue with you, Anshul.
Right. So, I mean, even though I think team prefers RockDB, but if LevelDB is easier, whatever is easier, we can go with it right now and basically complete the task.
Okay.
Cool. All right. We have new joinees. Would you in the call? Would you like to introduce yourself, Hakeem?
Hi everyone. I am Akim from UK. So I joined the call just to get familiar with the project with the hope of contributing to the project. All right.
Good to see you here, Hakeem. So just tell us what kind of work have you done in the past?
Yeah, I am currently like a tech lead for my for a company I started, and with Zig, I was contributing to the Zig implementation of Bitcoin sometimes last year, but the project got stopped. So I was looking like to contribute to another blockchain related project that is written in Zig. That's why I'm looking at Zeam. Yeah.
All right. Welcome to Zeam calls and Zeam codebase. All right. We have Wenkang Chen.
Hi, I actually joined the previous call, but I have not been active. But yeah, I'm just catching up with things, I would say. Yeah, I'm still getting used to Zig itself. I'm still new to language, so yeah, I'll see what I can contribute as I get more familiar with the code base and also like language itself. But yeah, that's why I'm here. Hi.
Welcome. Okay, so let's move to Ladislas. Ladislas, how's it looking from out there?
Yeah, hi guys. I don't think I have a like a huge, big, immediate update. As you know, we're coming closer to the Cambridge workshop, which still takes some coordination effort around it. Maybe one sort of I guess a bit future or forward-looking piece of news is that we've started talking to Dan and Alex, who are previous EPF fellows and who have in the past been looking into I guess a subset of what we call rainbow staking, which is called enshrined operator delegation. So I guess it's for this group, the relevant part is that like beyond I guess the initial specking efforts, we see a decent chance that sort of the rainbow staking specs could be sort of the next step, let's say end of year or early next year, and sort of after this is just an FYI, after the PQ workshop in Cambridge, we have another workshop actually also in Cambridge with the architecture team of the EF. We have actually invited both Dan and Alex to sort of discuss and present sort of their initial findings. So yeah, it's still very alpha. It's still very early to say where this direction goes, and sort of but we'll elaborate more in October.
Yeah, I think yes, rainbow staking seems like the logical next step post PQDevNets. So it's a very good idea to get started on it. Cool. Now we will look at our DevNet Zero readiness. So we have most of the spec implemented, apart from us transferring into SSZ list, which is something that we are working on, and we have the fork choice implemented. We have integrated the Genesis generator and are able to start nodes with it. So we are able to do local SIMs with our own nodes on P2P network. We are able to do finalizations, basically, in consistent finalizations. If you run the Beam sim, so you will be able to see that we have a lot of log improvements through various PRs of Nupur and from Anchal as well, recent PR from him. And so with that, I think the next step is for us is to integrate spec tests, Genesis, all kind of spec tests that are out there, so that we should be able to then start up an interop. And for that, we also need to complete our pending task on P2P so that we can talk with the Ream node. And that is something I think we should target next week. So the current focus will be to have these series of CLI tests running in our CI, and then have the spec test again running in our CI, starting with something and then basically adding a whole bunch of it. And then the next step would be to interop with Ream. So with that regard, I think we are at a good position, and we should basically double down on our pace and take it to completion. So that will be all on the DevNet Zero end, and Ladislas has already updated you with the goals beyond PQ DevNet with what we can do. So I think, is there anything else that you guys would like to cover?
Yeah. I wanted to ask, the two PRs I raised, can I get like a review on it so that it can be merged? I think the one with the syntax is ready, but also the one of simulation on the Genesis and finalization, I'm unable to run two nodes at the same time with it. I dropped the comments. Kai also dropped a comment on it.
But if you
Yeah.
run the Beam sim, you are able to. I can always run the two nodes. What do you mean by you are not able to run it?
Yeah. Could you take a look at the comments in that issue?
In which PR?
194.
So this is the sim that you are trying to run using the node command that Kai developed.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a hard code right now.
this thing is hard coded, so I can like override it to run two nodes at the same time to finalization at the same time.
Yeah.
Which PR number is this?
194.
194.
Yeah, I'm opening it up. Yeah, so why do you need a global swarm state? Because I mean, the two nodes will they will spin up their own each lippy2b networks, and they should talk with each other. It has nothing to do with having a global swarm state, right? So they have their own Rust lippy2b bridge opened up. So you have to open two separate processes, and that is how this particular PR is different from BeamSim, because BeamSim is doing it in process with the same network instance, but now these two nodes, they are independent processes, and they will need to talk with each other using Rust lippy2b. Again, I don't see why this should be an issue.
Yeah. So right now we must use two process.
Yes, both are using network ID 0. That is correct. Yes, both needs to use network ID 0, but their own process.
Okay.
Cool. Yes. So that is the point of doing the same. That now with their own process, they will behave exactly like two different nodes, right? So that is the point of adding this same in the CI as well. All right. Cool. So that will be the end of today's call, unless anyone else want to add something in.
Yeah, just a quick thing about the dashboard. So I'm still ironing out some details with DevOps. Yes. Okay. How do I put this politely? It's a struggle to get DevOps to do what I want. So maybe I'm just extremely demanding, or I don't know. They have their own way of working, and it's not mine.
You are extremely demanding, Guillaume, but that's a good thing.
Yeah, no, yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair. And yeah, so it's kind of there. Simply, yeah, I just need to iron a few things, and we're just working out how I could grant more people access to this machine, because currently it uses one of their internal tool. Yeah, okay, details. But I think it would be ready. I mean, I could even show what it's doing right now, if you have a minute. I also don't want to unnecessarily, hold the call. But just for a quick demo, where is this? Right, most of the demo is going to be me trying to find the right window. Here we go. So you can see like it's the metrics being displayed by a live Zeam node, and I have to do the same thing with Ream in a Docker container and try to make this happen. So just FYI, it's happening. I think we agreed during the last call that we will define the dashboard themselves in Cambridge, so that's fine. There's no emergency, but just FYI, this is happening. Oh yeah, I need to manually refresh at the moment. It's not a dashboard. It's just the query interface. Yeah, so just FYI, this is happening. You'll hear from it a bit later.
Amazing. And thanks, Guillaume, for choosing DevOps and getting this done. All right. So this brings us to the conclusion of today's Zeam call. So we will see you next week on 26 September, and before that we'll see you on the PQ interrupt calls happening on Wednesdays. So basically that will be on 21st September. All right, guys. Happy coding till then.
Yep. Thanks. Take care.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Bye.
Guys, see you around.
Bye.
Bye.